Hello! Welcome to the Moto Dean vlog. Today we'll talk about what you need to know as far as the law is concerned, or legal tips on buying a used motorcycle. I'm doing a quick trip this afternoon and this late afternoon to let my spirits roam, or in my local language, take away the itch. Alright, the first thing you should remember or should know when you buy a motorcycle is, or my advice is, not to buy a motorcycle that advertises what they call an open deed of sale. I know that's prevalent here in the Philippines, or maybe that might be in the other jurisdictions, other countries, but I would advise against it. You're dealing with 3 or more people, because you do not know personally the owner of the motorcycle. You're dealing with somebody who's riding it, somebody who is in possession of the motorcycle, but he's not necessarily the owner on paper. You don't know whether he has paid cash to the real owner, whether he has actually fully paid. He may have a partial payment, he just paid a down payment, and the owner of the motorcycle, for whatever reason he chose, gives the motorcycle to this third person who is selling it to you. The danger there is you don't have an agreement. You don't have a meeting of the minds with the owner of the vehicle. In case there's a blowback or there's some discrepancy, you have no way of knowing who the owner is. Same time, the owner, upon seeing you, he can always claim that the bike was stolen and that you have it. If you know the owner personally, or you know the person who's selling it to you, a close friend or a relative, then maybe you can, but I'd still not do it. The headache of, in case there's a blowback on that, is not worth it. You rather buy either from a dealer that's used, if there are any, or you'd buy it new. It might be a little expensive, but the price you pay, you get a new motorcycle. The second tip, or I would give you, is that if you are buying a used motorcycle, make sure you check the papers, the owner's registration, official receipt or certificate of registration, or in what we call in the vernacular the ORCR. What you need to do is you need to match the details of what is in the certificate of registration or owner's papers with the numbers indicated in the motorcycle. If you know what model you're buying, research, just Google it, where to find what they call the VIN numbers or the vehicle numbers. I think here it's on the side for the Honda Rebel that I have, and make sure that the numbers match. Some people in their excitement may forget that if they don't match, then you won't be able to register or at least transfer the vehicle or the motorcycle in your name. That's a big no-no, and again, you could be accused of having a stolen motorcycle. So make sure before you do any exchange of money, match the vehicle numbers with on paper. That'll be easier than going on eHarmony. The third thing you should know, or the tip I can give you, is that if the motorcycle owner, the seller, advertises that it has comprehensive insurance, or it has insurance until such a long period of time after you, from the time you buy it to the time it expires, just know that insurance is not transferable. So the seller may have a 3-year insurance, a 2-year insurance, or a large or a very hefty comprehensive insurance. Know that if you are now the owner of that motorcycle, it doesn't apply to you. It does not go to you. So in case the bike is needs repairs, there's an accident, it's stolen, you get zilcho. Nada. Because insurance, even though it's the motorcycle that is insured, the agreement is between the insurance company and the registered owner of the vehicle. And once the ownership passes to another person, the insurance does not follow, just like a spoiled child not wanting to go to school. So remember, do not believe in the selling point of insurance. Because insurance, sorry to sound like a broken record or a messed up CD, insurance is not transferable. Remember that. Another tip I can give you if you're buying a used motorcycle is, in Latin terms, if I can remember my Latin, caveat emptor, or in plain English, buyer beware. The legal definition of buyer beware is that the prospective buyer is bound by the sale of the item or the property. Meaning, if he has paid cash or paid the purchase price, he assumes, or there is an assumption, that he has accepted the property, or in this case the motorcycle, as it is, as he has seen it. Because if he doesn't like it, if there's a problem, he wouldn't have paid for it. So it's not necessarily buyer beware, is that if you buy it, sorry, no refunds. That is a legal principle, and that has been upheld in many decisions of the Supreme Court, or any decision. And what it actually means by definition is that you are bound by the acceptance of the property that you buy or that you bought, unless it is covered by a warranty clause. And we know buying something used does not carry a warranty clause, unless of course you buy it from the dealer. Sometimes dealers have limited warranties. Then there you can trust that seller. But if you're buying from a person, buying something used, buyer beware. My last tip on buying a motorcycle, as far as the law is concerned, particularly is for in the Filipinos, or those buying used motorcycles in the Philippines. We have a, well, the law I disagree with. It's called the Motorcycle Prevention Crime Prevention Act or something, or what we likely give a moniker as the doble placa law, because the law, aside from preventing crime, as they say, one of them is to have dual license plates in a motorcycle. Of course, I made another video on that. I have a link in the description below, and you might want to watch or view that video to see my opinion on the doble placa law. Nevertheless, that is the law right now. So my advice is that if you do buy a motorcycle, a used one in particular, make sure that the deed of sale is from the buyer to you as the, from the seller to you as the buyer. And take note of the date of the notarization of the sale, because 5 days from the date of the notarization, you have to register the sale or transfer the motorcycle in your name. If you don't do that, sorry to say that the law might, the law will think you as a criminal. I know it's a stupid thing, but if you don't register or transfer the vehicle, the motorcycle, in your name within 5 days of the notarization, you can go to jail for as long as 6 years. If it was a BMW GS, maybe it's worth it. But man, no, it's not worth. Any time in jail is not worth the motorcycle. Trust me, guys, you do not want to spend a night in jail. So I hope you picked up something from this video, and just remember, the law is on your side. This is Motovlog saying, it's not what you know, it's what they don't know.